Welcome back to another episode of Jack Stands and Tree Stands. Today, first thing this morning, we got to run to the parts store. Gonna go ahead and get a master cylinder for the Mercury Monterey, and maybe a spring kit, for the front. I think why that driver's side is locking up is the springs are not allowing the shoes to return, so it may be just stuck. So we'll figure all that out. We're going to make a quick run to the parts store. But first, we got to see which way we got to get there. Last night, Arkansas had really just a lot of rain. We were supposed to get a lot of severe weather. I mean, like 4 o'clock this morning, it was real windy, a little bit of hail, just a lot of rain. So the creek's going to be full. I got to figure out which way I'm going to go. So I figured, we'll try going the right way, and I'll show you all if we can't make the pass. See you when we get to the river. All right, moment of truth coming up. Well, that, my friends, is going to be one that I cannot cross. Yeah. Let me get you out and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, we made it back to the chicken house. I've got updates. They don't have my brake master cylinder in stock. They got every other one for it, but the power drum. Okay. And they're going to get with, and they got to order it. Not from a hub, but from the source, which was Brake Best or whatever. So they're supposed to call me back and let me know if they can get it, when they can get it, and all that stuff. Also, I had to order the spring kit for the fronts. Those are supposed to be here at 12:45. So we're just gonna wait on that. But what I figured I'd do is get the hood popped, spray down those brake lines on the master cylinder, the bolts, so those can be soaking, ready to go. And I might try, I don't think the lid's sealing very good. So I may try to clean that up. Yeah, we seen that it was leaking out of the back a little bit. So we're just gonna do what we can until they call us and then go pick up the spring kits. Maybe we'll get those done today. Pull the front seat out. We've got some things we can do. I know it's boring, not something y'all want to see, and I know these videos are getting consistent as far as constantly on the Monterey. But again, this is the poverty tour rig. I got to make sure it's ready to go. So all my time has to be focused on this, what little time I do have. So let me get the hood popped and we'll dive into it. I actually just noticed something. There's like an adapter there, and then brake line. This one doesn't have that. Interesting. Like I was saying, see this bunch of crud around that. We may try to get cleaned up. And then this right here on the front probably needs to be cleaned up because it's just not sealing. So Might take a little bit of sandpaper, scratch that down, clean up this seal the best we can. And then I don't know really what that's going to do, but we got to do something. Can't be sitting around doing nothing. So I'm going to get to work on cleaning that up, and we'll see if that helps a little bit. We might pull this master cylinder off and maybe just see what's going on. I'm really hoping it's not our brake booster. Okay, I think I'm just going to go for it. And I cleaned that off a little bit, but oh boy. Oh, it went. We got lucky. I'm kind of work it back and forth a little bit. See if we can get this back one. This one's the one that's real bad. Oh, wow. Nice. Not like a good old early morning knuckle buster. I don't know how this is going to go, but probably not good. Soaking it down for y'all helps. Guess we'll finish taking these off. Okay. All right. Well, here it is. I don't think it looks bad. I'm going to try to figure out how I can put that in something. I don't have a vise. Yeah. And I'm going to try to take a screwdriver, work that piston, see what happens. So let me get something figured out there and we'll bring y'all back. Okay. So I was able to put a screwdriver in this side, kind of press it against my body, plug off the holes, and I mean, shoot, it shot fluid. It wasn't getting stuck. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if maybe there's some crud in there and doing that I knocked it out, or we have a bad brake booster. I have no idea. I'm going to clean up the back side of the booster a little bit where the master meets it, is put it back on and hope and pray, I guess. I still got to pull off this wheel and tire and brake, because this is the one that was hanging up, and I have adjusted all these brakes to where their shoes are slightly dragging on the drum. And then this one wants to lock up, or not really lock up, but get stuck. So I need to figure that out. I'm gonna put this back on and again, hope and pray. Okay. I still don't know what I got going on here. I feel like that master's fine. Trying to clean off this front, see if it's leaking out the front or anything. I filled it up again. Hopefully I didn't get a bunch of air in there. That'd be great. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it up and kind of pump them up and just see. I don't know what happens. Let's do a cold start, shall we? Give her a couple pumps. Probably too much. Oh yeah. It's like 50 degrees outside. Apparently there's a way you could check the brake booster. Let it run for just a minute. Put your foot on the pedal. And if it starts to bring it up within 30 seconds, it's a bad booster. I don't know. Alright, let's see what it does. Apparently, press it down and shut it off. And then you should be able to start it. And of course, it's cold. I just don't know. I don't feel like the pedal can come up anymore either. Yeah, not holding pressure. I think it's the master cylinder. Okay, so I just ran to the parts store and I did pick up a new spring kit and stuff for the front because I think this one is really weak and it's not bringing those pads back or shoes. So I think we're just going to go ahead and replace those because I had some issues on this side anyway. So it was 10 bucks. So got some more Freon just because you can always use that. And I wasn't able to get a brake master. Yeah. It's just hard to get stuff. So we did some cross-referencing and we think a 68 Mustang with power drums. We think that mastering may work. Everything's the bore was the same, so hopefully that'll work out. If not, I'll jump on the internet and grab something that way. But I'm pretty sure it's that master. I think it's just not keeping the pressure. It's blowing past the seals or something. I don't know. But we're going to get these front wheels pulled off and replace all that. I do want to thank Jim with the Inedible Jim YouTube there. He answered my call, and I've had to call him twice, and not at the same time, but I have called him twice, and he's always picked up the phone. So Jim, thank you very much. Even though you had a little bit of time, you've got your own thing going. You're still up there in Jersey. Well, hopefully back by the time this video gets out. But anyway, thank you, Jim. I'm gonna get to work on this. Just so y'all don't think I'm crazy. Other than I still don't have a battery impact, but when that wheel spins, now it's slightly dragging on the drum. That's what you want. So I think it's the spring's not wanting to return the shoes. We will see. And these things, I don't know if you guys heard on my last video, but there's a flat spot like no other on these tires. It's crazy. Anyway, just wanted to show you all that. I'm gonna finish taking these lug nuts off, and we'll get to tearing that apart yet again. I know you all have seen it. You probably feel like this is a deja vu episode, but we are just getting, or me, I am just getting my butt whipped by these brakes. They do not want me to stop, but I have to. Anyway, I'll pull this off and we'll get to the fun part, right? Okay, well, I got that off. Getting quite faster at that. That's probably not a good thing. So like I was saying, I think this is just, these springs are just no good, and these retainers are no good. So we're going to pull all those back off, and it may be because this is bent and because I've took them off and on, and I mean, you can play musical instruments with them. You'd think they'd be all right, but we're going to give that a go. So this seems to be the only side that's hanging up. So get all these pulled off. Like I said, you guys have seen this probably more times than I can count. I know I've done it more than I want to. All right. Got them off. And yes, I sprayed brake clean down again. Shoes are wearing a little odd to me. Yeah. Anyway, good enough for me. So what I am going to do, you guys can drop in the comments below and roast me, or tell me you do the same thing. I'm going to take a little bit of grease this time and put on these little tabs here where the pads ride. Maybe that will help. I'm not doing a whole lot, just a little coating. Let me know if you do the same thing. Yeah. New springs. Not done yet. Got the bottom stuff to do. Always put something right there just to hold it. Yep. There's that one. Still, that thing just doesn't. I don't know. But we're going to call this side done. And she's on. Ignore that noise. And that's that side. Maybe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crack that bleeder, let it kind of drip a little bit, finish pushing some air out maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'll jump on the other side, do the same thing. Okay, so yeah, maybe I got a little impatient. Just got the tire put back on. I want to see if it's going to hang up. I don't think the other side does. We'll probably replace the springs, but I want to see if it does or doesn't. Cold start. I don't think it's hanging up anymore. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, I think it is. Yep. Dang it. Well, that is going to do it for today. I really think it's that master. You know, I don't know if it's causing that to lock up or not. Because when it releases and the pedal comes back to me like it should, it's fine. So I'm not sure. We're going to wait for that master to get in. It's supposed to be in Tuesday. And we'll get that on, probably fix the other side of the brakes. Like I said, I got new springs, might as well use them. And then hopefully we'll have brakes and this thing won't be locking up. There's no reason why it should be doing that. I don't have them adjusted too tight. It's a brand new wheel cylinder. There's when we bled them the other day, great pressure came out. It's not like a line's collapsed or anything. I don't think it's swelling up. The lines look pretty good. I don't know. So I'm just going to clean up, get all my tools rounded up, and we will see you Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday night. I'm going to have to start doing stuff after work. We are running out of time. We'll see you then. Okay, welcome back. It's been a couple days. I don't know what I did with my shoulder, but it's feeling a little better now. I think the last time, I couldn't tell you. It's been a couple days. That's what I can tell you. Anyway, picked up a new master cylinder. And let me tell you what. Yep. It's hard to get one for a boat. So just decided to go with the one that's closest to it. And after consulting with Jim, we have this. Oh, well, let me get over. We have this. This is actually for a 1968 Mustang with power drum brakes. So everything looks pretty much the same as the other one, except this one's new. Anyway, we're going to get this old one pulled off because there's some adapters that I'm going to need to put on that from the old one. And also, I have no vise to bench bleed. Yeah. So we're going to scope around here in the old chicken house and see what we can come up with for a redneck bench bleed, I guess. All right, we'll start by taking this off, and hopefully, yeah, still good to go. I'm sure it feels like Groundhog Day to y'all. Uh-oh. Scared me for a minute. Try to pull these off. Okay. Those are free. Really hope this solves the brake battle. Because right now, we're losing. Or, I guess I'm losing. Y'all are just watching me lose. Okay. Bingo, bango. We're going to get this. We don't want to ruin the paint. Even though, yes, it's not that great anyway, but anyway. Now we got to try to get these guys off. And I don't know how well that's going to go. What do we think that is? Is it a half? Oh, yes it is. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Okay. Sweet. Work it back and forth a little bit. I did spray it down with some Freol. And I know there's a lot of penetrating lubricants out there. I've just had a lot of success with Freol. Creole is good stuff too. WD-40. I mean, it's just a preference. Wow, what is that? Crody. And then we have this fella, which is bigger, of course. And again, the free all for the win. I'm going to leave these on. Oh gosh. There's a little bit of brake fluid in there, so this might be someone else's thing. I just hope that's not a problem for us. And what I'm going to try to do is bleed them, or, work this piston back and forth, and then just crack these to where they drip, close them off, let it off, and just work that a bunch. So let me get everything set up. Okay, and just like that, we are putting on some, see that? Should be, I did leave this a little bit loose so I can have some play with these. We will tighten these up. Tighten up the backs, and then we're going to see what we've got. Snug. Get on there. Snug. Okay. Okay, that is on. We might have a leak there. I think that one fitting is not bottoming out enough, but regardless, moment of truth is here. Let's see. Well, let's do a cold start. Carburetors, they're such a problem. She's cold. I'll be honest with you. They feel like the others. Yeah, topped it off with the fluid. I don't really feel a difference. That's not good. Of course, she's gonna die. Get your safety switch, of course. Oh my gosh, what is the deal there? Like worse. I probably really need to bleed them, but it's just me. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. All right, well, it doesn't look like it's leaking or anything at the master. I think we're good there. It's still full. Pedal, I just don't know. I think I got to bleed them all over again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jack up that side of the car and pop that bleeder and see if it can push air out of the system. Let it drip. Probably till, I don't know, poverty tour. Jack up this side, do the same thing, rinse, repeat. Y'all know the thing. So does it work yet? We don't know. Or I don't know anyway. Again, I keep thinking Justin's here or somebody. Y'all are here. That's important. All 50 of you. Anyway, let me get to work on that. Like I said, I'm going to jack up that side, take off the wheel, pop the bleeder, go through that. I don't think this wheel is hanging up anymore. I don't want to say anything. I done said it, but I'm going to try to hope. I guess you can try to hope. Anyway, let's get to jacking up the car. Okay, I got the rear jacked up, and it is slowly starting to push some fluid out. I'm going to pull that off and let it do its thing. Gravity, right? But we need to keep an eye on that, make sure it's staying full, because we don't want to have to start all over again. Okay, I have took this other side off. It was taking way too long. A little low there. So I popped both sides. Hopefully that will speed up the process just a little bit. Man, I wish Justin was here. I feel like I'm on the show called Alone. I don't know if you've seen that before, but it's a great show. Kind of the same. I'm out here by myself in the wilderness talking to a camera. I'm telling you, it's the same. So we're going to give these a little while until they start constantly dripping. We'll plug these off, slap the wheels back on, and move up to the fronts. All right, I don't know how well y'all can see that, but I know. Genius. Just watch it. So I'm pushing the brake pedal down really slow and also releasing it very slowly. Pretty crazy, right? That's what I thought. Yep. Still don't have an impact. I seen a post on the Poverty Tour Facebook. Guy said 80 days till Poverty Tour. Now that's counting workday weeks. Or work days, should I say. So in reality, we don't have that much time. So there's that. I don't know if you guys got to see the cool jack or not. How cool is that? Yeah, it takes a little bit. And there she is. Pretty neat. I don't have time to do the fronts tonight. That obviously takes quite some time. And show y'all, this is what I used. Just a syringe. I didn't have a tube long enough. So I've used a syringe and just, I did fill it up with fluid here and then put it on the bleeder valve. Oh, cool. And that way it had some kind of fluid in there. That way when you're releasing the brake, it's not sucking all that air back in. But we're about to see if it worked. Pedal is still weird. Well, that was a clunk, wasn't it? Maybe better? I just don't know. Well, I don't know. The true test is going to be getting out there on the road. That'll be the true test. But I think I'm going to call it a night. It's pretty late. I'm going to clean all this up. And we'll get back on it tomorrow on the fronts. We'll bleed them the same way. And I still got to fix that idle. And I had someone mention in the comments that my motor mounts may be bad. Because that motor does rock the cradle, if you know what I mean. So we might have to address that. We will see you in the morning. Good morning. It's real early. Yeah. A little chilly this morning, so I had to put on a hoodie. But today we're going to try to get some stuff done. And I know I've said that 100 times, but maybe today's the day. I've noticed this back line is leaking from the master cylinder. I think that fitting is just a little different versus the other one. So I'm going to take that off. I really wish I had some kind of copper washer or something. I might try to scrounge around and see if I can't find one, but if I can't, we'll use this. It'll work just fine. So, gonna address that first right away. Then we'll get the front of the car jacked up and bleed the front brakes just like we did those rears. So, let's see how it goes. Alright, so I couldn't find a copper washer, crush washer. So I went ahead and used this thread tape. I just put 1.5 wraps on it. Seems to be doing fine. We won't know until we're under pressure. So yeah, like I said, now I'm going to get the front of the car jacked up. And we're going to bleed the fronts just like we did the rears, which took a very long time. But when, one, I don't have this long rubber hose tube thing to be running into a water bottle or anything like that. So you use what you've got. And I think that little syringe deal, wherever that went. Anyway, I think it worked pretty good. So we're going to get to doing that, and we'll bring you back whenever we get to bleeding those. All right. So what I'm essentially doing is just pushing the brake down nice and slow. I don't want to blow that syringe and rubber line off there and not know it. So we're just pushing nice and slow. Till we reach the bottom or reach the floor. Okay. And then on the way up, I'm barely lifting and just slowly, ever so slowly coming up. Now the theory behind that is, one, I've got fluid all in that syringe. It's in the tube. Now the syringe isn't maxed out yet. But when you're letting off, instead of pulling air back through, you're pulling fluid back through. Okay. Now go check the syringe and see what we got. So I think we'll do one more pump. And call it good. Okay, that I think is done. We're gonna go ahead and drop the car down, and then we'll top off the fluid and close her up and see what kind of pedal we got. Got the car back down on its tires. Tighten those up. A little splash of fluid here. Okay. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit here. Actually, I'll probably keep that there in case we need it. Let's see if we got brakes. Oh, I got the keys in here somewhere. In this pocket. Cold start. Of course. She's cold. It's not ready yet. I gotta fix that choke. Well, there's only one way to test them, right? Let's get out there, I guess. Okay. There's really not a good way to record in here, so I have you in a really weird spot, but let's see if it works. Oh, no, it didn't work. Okay. We'll do it by hand then. These brakes just don't want to work. I don't get it. I mean, they feel better. I also still have that high idle problem. Oh, they're getting better. I probably should have put more gas in. Probably should have done that. So far, so good. Oh. And it may be just because I'm not used to power, drum brakes. This may be all you get. Oh, locked up. Oh boy. Did we do it? Oh, sure. What was that? That's 50. These tires are terrible. Not a good idea. This was not a good idea. This tire's terrible. It's scary, but it's doing 65 miles per hour. I don't really know how the brakes are necessarily doing because the front's just wobbling so bad because of the out around tires, but I feel like I'm starting to stick. and get some new tires on this thing, and she's just gonna glide. But I mean, it's doing it. I'm doing 60 miles per hour. I should not be, but eh. You pump up the brakes, it's not too bad. I don't feel a hang up like we were. I mean, it stops and holds us. So yeah, I think we're stopping. I don't know why they're already squeaking. I don't get that. But anyway, head back to the chicken house. We'll double check everything and see if anything's hot. Well, there you have it. She's finally stopping. Probably could be a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe if I bleed them the right way, that will help. But it's stopping better. It went on its first official drive. That's right. We took it out on the old highway. Got up to 65 miles per hour, no problem. The flat spots in the front of the tires are just great. I'm sure all the air pressure is just wrong. Didn't check any of that. But I mean, it stops. It's not no disc, brakes. I mean, it does stop. You got to mash on them a little bit, but it did it. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood and check a few things over. No leaks. That radiator does leak, but it's not now. I don't get it. No brake leaks, right? No. Oh. Yep. Right there. Son of a gun. Why? I don't know what it's coming from. Is it coming from this? Or is it coming from this? Where's it coming from? I may have to put some more tape on that. Probably. Anyway, I'm gonna pull this breather off and get a dial in on this idle. It's high. And that could be not so good on my brakes either, is that. So I'm having to stand and mash on them and still feel like that's high, but oh, that's okay. That's manageable. Well, I've been playing around with the idle. I think that's as good as it's gonna get without it being too low. This carburetor's just finicky. I don't know. I've been so tempted to switch back to the original. I just don't know. Anyway, I want to check the transmission fluid. Nice and full. Good. All right. Now that it's finally stopping-ish, I've got a lot to learn on these old cars. I mean, the fronts are just smoking hot. Now, I was on them pretty hard. I was kind of riding them a little bit. So maybe that's part of it, or I don't know. They're pretty hot though. Try to mess with the carburetor a little bit, get it to idle down just a little bit. I think I got it decent. So really, stopping was a big deal for us. So good job. We finally got it to stop and not hang up. This brake's not hanging up no more. I don't think any of them are. So that's a win. Now, I still got to take this seat out, rip the carpet out, do all that. I think we are ready for that. Oh, check this out. Boom. Key ignition installed. Yeah. But it's time to remove this seat and get all this carpet out. Vacuum it all up. Start working on that. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'll bring you along. We still got to patch up all that. Well, look what we found. Another build sheet. This one is in shambles. But we got the seat out. We're gonna lubricate this down really good. Oh, did I do that? Yep, I'll have to bend that back out. It's hard getting this stuff out by yourself. But we'll lubricate all that down, the tracks. But we're gonna finish getting all this carpet out. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's an air freshener. America. Cool. I'm gonna put some gloves on though. Yeah. But moving right along here. Finish getting that ripped out of there and show you all what it looks like after the fact. Ignore the music in the background. I think whoever installed this mat forgot to remove the plastic. So factory, I don't know, but it wasn't gonna stick without this removed. Anyway, again, ignore the music. It is, you know what the song is. Well, I found this. I don't know if you can read it, but that says black, 1967 Ford Galaxy front bench. There's some kind of part number there, but it's dated for 8/22/1966. That is incredible. We got a couple things that are going to stay with this car, hopefully. Again, this thing's going to have to move on down the road, meaning I'm going to have to sell it after Poverty Tour. So, yeah. Anyway, thought that was pretty cool. I'd share with you. Back to tearing it out. I'm almost done. Yeah, it got a little warm. Beautiful day here in Arkansas. Won't be for long. Here's the progress. All vacuumed out. That's not gonna, yeah, this right here is stuck. Just like that one. But got it all vacuumed out. I've been taking a wire brush over there, kind of knocking down the rust. Yeah, moving along pretty good. My plan is I'll probably buy some of that kill mat and just stick right over it. That side over there that's, well, yeah, that side right there. We'll walk over to it. A little worse than I thought it was. So obviously we've seen those, but it goes all the way up into that, right up in there. And then really bad in this corner, and it comes up here. So I'll probably do some license plates over that, just to kind of sturdy it up a little bit. Because boy, you step on it right now and it's sketchy at best. But yeah, moving along pretty good. I'm gonna try to figure out this back window. It's supposed to roll down a little bit. I don't know if my switch has power or not, but anyway, kind of vacuumed out that corner of the trunk. I need to work on that one. And here we're probably going to kill mat it as well. So just kind of doing some odds and ends stuff here. Stuff that I want to do. Does it matter? No. Not really, but matters to me. So, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to give you an update. I want to get back to it.